Hi everyone, I hope you all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. Thank you. Thank you for liking the video and thank you for sharing the content as well and your subscription. Almost at 100,000 subs on Twitter, so if you can follow me on there, that'd be amazing. All the links are on coinskid.com in the links section up here and in each and every single video description. Okay, so you know the market's having a small little pullback at the moment. You know what goes up must come down. You come up impulsively and you retrace, okay, to a nominal level of support for the continuation of the trend. So right now I think that XRP's come down and held that support like I gave you yesterday. Bitcoin's not quite come down to that W bottom pattern that was anticipating. It is starting to form a bit of a W bottom pattern on the daily though, which is what we're anticipating. So let's keep an eye on Bitcoin. But you can see you're consolidating above $1 trillion market cap at the moment, you know, so you're holding strong for Bitcoin above 1 trillion. Let's take a look at the fear and greed index. Okay, so the fear and greed index currently sits at 32. Yesterday it was 34, so obviously that's what's putting in that leg down to create that W bottom pattern. Do you understand that? So with that, create your W bottom pattern, start to pick up and away you go if you hold a nominal level of support. Equally, I'll keep reminding you just here, this CBBI indicator, I'm looking to exit my positions above 90. So anything in between is accumulation. Okay, dollar cost average basically. Dollar cost average means, you know, each week or month or whatever you want to do, set out a regime. I think you can actually do it on Coinbase. You know, if that's where you buy your crypto, you can every month make a direct debit out of your bank into Coinbase and buy a certain coin. So historically, and just forget about it. So it's like almost like paying a direct debit. So once a month, buy crypto. You know, all the links to all this is on coinskid.com if you want to get involved in them particular exchanges there. But so far, look, we're nowhere near the CBBI indicator top. So for me, you know, we've got miles of room here to go before we actually top out on this particular chart. Now, will it happen again? Historically, it has, you know, and historically it's called the bottom of the bear as well. Look at that, amazing. But so far, so good. Bitcoin is slowly going up the stairs, isn't it? You know, there's a saying, the bulls go up the stairs and the bears come out the window. So right now, Bitcoin is slowly but surely going up the stairs. Okay, and you've had a little peak just there, which there is a bit of a divergence here because, you know, this particular peak here was in May and we rolled over and then we've come back up, not got too overextended on anything or greed or anything like that, and we've actually put in a new high. So we're consolidating in a range above $1 trillion market cap right now, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, a lot of people think we're going to go lower. Potentially we could be, but at the minute, why would you think that if we're holding a key level of support? And this is what I say to you, you build support, you hold a foundation, you create those reversal patterns that we're looking for, and with that, that's when you start to break out. Okay, so let's jump into the charts and see what we can see. So looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, then you can see you're running into the 55-year major stair. Okay, you're struggling to get above. So for me, you are putting in a perfect little W bottom pattern just there. This is your primary resistance just there, which I've spoken about so many times. Okay, and boom, 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 break that resistance. Boom, see you later. You're gone, scarce. So you do need to see Bitcoin come back up and close above that key level of resistance on the daily time frame. And you can see with that, you're going to be closing and getting back above the EMAs anyway. And each time you do that, that's your confirmation of an uptrend. So you're coming down, you're consolidating, looking for the bottom, break resistance, holding back to support, go long basically. But obviously you've got key levels of resistance above you, you know, that we're going to tackle, and when we come to that bridge we'll cross it basically. Okay, so these are two key levels of resistance to me moving forward. But what I'm going to show you right now is potentially, you know, Bitcoin right here is putting in some kind of whopping inverse head and shoulders pattern just there. Okay, so you've got your left shoulder, you've got your head, and potentially if you're coming back right now like doing something like this, your right shoulder, and once you break out of that break just there, you know, you'll be in a technical target from there to there, and you can see wherever you start to break out, for me this is, you know, you got an impulsive break and you got a technical target which takes you above these levels of resistance. So this could be amazing. Okay, and you can see how quickly Bitcoin does break once it comes down in W bottom patterns and starts to get back above the EMAs, how quickly it goes. Okay, so do anticipate that once you do start to break out this, you know, this is descending trend line that you run into as resistance right now, creating these beautiful reversal patterns, once you start to break that level of resistance just there and get back above the EMAs on the daily especially, wow, you could be in for a beautiful little upside here for Bitcoin. Now yesterday there was a bit of a diamond top pattern that I've shown you. Okay, and you know, you did meet the target of that, to be honest with you. So let's take a look from there to there, like I said to you, from there to there, and you break out the resistance and look at that, boom, target met, absolute T, look at that. So right now you've rolled back, you've had a bit of a throwback, you've met the technical target out of this break, you come back, you've lost support. So right now you are now in equally another technical target at a diamond top, which you've lost just there. So you can see you run into resistance, we're back up, potentially coming all the way back down to there. So you might get some little wick entries down there on 55545. That's a technical target, but you can see, you know, as we're coming up here, everyone getting really bullish. But I said to you, look, you potentially creating some beautiful W bottom pattern, and this would be a primary level of support. And you can see we wasn't that far off it, was we? You know, when we had this little wick down from there to there, it was around about 0.84%. Percent off it basically, and the reason I'm giving you that is because just here on the 4 hour you melted through it, and usually, you know, you do usually come back to test resistance or support. So this is technical analysis 101. Resistance becomes support. Do you understand that? And support becomes resistance. It really is that simple. So as you start to break through resistance, you do usually come back to it as support, you know, to confirm that as support. So for me, this is a key level resistance just there that you broke through this wick high. You know, worst case scenario, I think just here. Okay, you might get some little bids down there at 4. You might see a little wick if we do continue to roll here. Some little wick low down there at 55099. But I don't want to be greedy. This is my technical support because you can see it's the blue trend line as well. And look at that wick down that we got there. You know, so for me, worst case scenario here is if we do start to lose this low. You know, we start to lose that low. It's quite nasty. But, you know, I think Bitcoin's putting a legwork here for a beautiful double bottom pattern. I think that potentially this is your low. And right now you're coiling up basically. You know, you're looking for the impulsive break right here. And, you know, it's basically up and down, in, out, chop, consolidation. You know, it gets quite boring and quite flat. And people get bored and shaken out. But, you know, you are creating a lovely little W bottom pattern on the daily. And essentially you've got some kind of inverse head and shoulder as well. You know, so for me, you just got to get your ass back above these EMAs, because you can see once you get back above the daily 20, look at that, you're coming down, oh no, it's going to 0, beautiful double bottom, start to come back up, boom boom boom, see you later. You know, do something like that again, boom boom boom, back test, see you later for Bitcoin. So yeah, I've gave you all your levels here, haven't I? You know, and we're not quite come down to it yet, so don't anticipate that it's trying to get there, isn't it? It's trying to come down. You know, for me, this low is a very important low for Bitcoin right now in this bull market. Okay, it is a really, really important low. It's a foundation basically for Bitcoin at the moment. So it does need to hold, because if it does start to lose that particular level of support, you can see you're rolling out of this beautiful trend line as well, which you're currently holding. Look, support. And just here, you had one test, come up into resistance of 55 EMA, which is what you're doing right now. And you came down, high, low, held the support, one sort of last retest of this trend line, and then you took off and created that impulsive break there, didn't you? So, you know, you are mirroring it. And like I said to you, this correction is mirroring the previous one just there. You've come down to the 1414, you're holding this trend line at the moment, and essentially coming back into the 55 again, and rolling back to a key level of support again, which is a blue trend line, and then boom, see you later. So that's basically Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed that update, quick, swift update. I probably won't be on tomorrow because my grandma's funeral, so, you know, please bear with me. Take care, everyone. Thank you for support. Bye-bye.